The turning point. Ancient wisdom that transforms pain into power and shatters everything you thought you knew about strength. But wait before you leave. I'm about to share something that completely transformed how I view life's deepest struggles. This isn't your typical motivational talk. I'll reveal the ancient wisdom that shattered everything I thought I knew about true strength and inner peace. Stay with me, because in these final moments, I'll share the one profound truth about human nature that took me decades to understand. It's the secret that turns your deepest pain into unstoppable power. And trust me, it's the wisdom I wish someone had whispered to me during my darkest hours. The next few minutes could be the turning point that changes how you face every challenge life throws at you. Your future self will look back at this moment as the day everything shifted. I have journeyed far, only to realize who truly stands beside me. Time is yours to shape. Turn it into gold or waste it in sleep. It bends with circumstances. If tempted to do wrong, delay it till tomorrow. But if inspired to do good, act now. Always keep your back strong. Applause and betrayal both strike from behind. The honest often have to explain more than liars. Truth is blunt, while deception speaks sweetly. Test those around you. Not everyone is yours, but no one is a complete stranger either. There are moments I want to give up, but then I remember. I still have many to prove wrong. This world is strange. Innocence is mistaken for foolishness. Never be arrogant about your age or wealth. What is written will unfold as destined. I feel my destination is near, not out of arrogance but conviction. Confidence and determination are my guides. I spent half my life studying, only to witness people using knowledge to belittle others. Struggle so that your children look up to you, not to strangers, for inspiration. Those who mock another's hardships will one day face trials from every direction. A parent's words may seem harsh, but their wisdom is priceless. Responsibility robs sleep. Not everyone awake at night is lost in love. Hope never abandons us. We are the ones who let go. Understanding problems is among the hardest things in life. People don't change. They merely reveal their true selves. The ones who love selflessly often suffer the most neglect. Live neither in someone's absence nor under their shadow. Live by your own nature. Loneliness is often the price of making the right choices. In life's race, those who can't outrun you will try to break you. The Almighty can elevate or humble you in an instant. Never resent your life. Someone else is dreaming of what you take for granted. The most broken souls become the strongest. Don't let your life be so cheap that unworthy people play with it. I know I matter, because nothing is created without purpose. I spent years believing in medicine, yet I was astonished by the power of prayer. God says, forgive before you sleep. But I say, forgive even before they ask. It's better to walk alone than to stay with those who don't value you. Life is a book filled with unread pages. Someone once said, everyone likes me, but when I need them, they disappear. I never relied on fate. I knew destiny could be rewritten. She searched endlessly but never found a home. He had 4 sons, yet no roof over his head. Life can be lived in 2 ways. Achieve what you love or love what you have. People cherish things before they own them, but appreciate people only after losing them. In relationships, no matter whose fault it is, the innocent one always sheds tears. Even betrayal has a lesson. Thank those who deceive you, for they teach you caution. She searched everywhere but never found a home. The man had 4 sons but no roof over his head. Life can be lived in 2 ways. Either achieve what you love or learn to love what you have. People value things before acquiring them, but value people only after losing them. In relationships, no matter whose fault it is, the innocent one always sheds tears. Even if someone is untrustworthy, thank them. They teach you to be cautious in whom you trust. If you ever want to feel less pain, try removing a thorn from someone else's path. A person with hope never truly loses. no matter how many times they fail. True winners are not those who never failed, but those who never gave up. Only a parent's love is free. After that, every relationship in the world has a price. We could never distinguish between our own and strangers. Wherever we looked, we saw familiar faces hiding unfamiliar intentions. People get offended if you call them animals, but they feel proud if you call them lions. Instead of surrendering, die trying to win. Answer insults with such dignity that even the offender feels ashamed. We are most often betrayed by those we trust blindly. Wishes may be small, but one must have the determination to fulfill them. What challenges you is what will change you. Those who pushed me to drown unknowingly taught me how to swim. Every tearful moment will eventually bring a smile. Just wait. Your time will come. The word sorry is strange. When spoken by a person, it ends a fight. When spoken by a doctor, it ends a life. People become lawyers for their own mistakes and judges for others. How naive we are. When we suffer, we hold on. When we are happy, we get distracted. Walking alone is enjoyable. There is no one ahead and no one left behind. May God give everyone an expensive watch, but never a tough time. Stand by those who are sick, but never be with those who have a sick mindset. When success cannot be stopped, people start tarnishing your reputation. If someone asks for something, give it. Be grateful that you are in a position to give, not to beg. The less you speak, the more people will want to hear you. Someone who truly loves you will never demand anything from you. Good times do come, but only in due time. Even if the world is full of deceit, who is stopping you from being good? Your actions define your identity. Otherwise, many people share the same name. If you wish to ease your pain, remove a thorn from someone else's path. A person with hope is never truly defeated, no matter how many times they fall. True winners aren't those who never failed, but those who never surrendered. Only a parent's love comes without a price. After that, every bond has a cost. We struggle to differentiate between friends and foes. Everywhere we turn, familiar faces hide unfamiliar intentions. People feel insulted when called animals, but take pride in being called lions. If you must fall, fall fighting. Respond to insults with such grace that even your enemies are left ashamed. The deepest betrayals come from those we trust blindly. Desires may be small, but only the determined fulfill them. The struggles that challenge you will also transform you. Those who tried to drown me unknowingly taught me how to swim. Every tear-filled moment will one day be replaced by laughter. Just wait. Your time will come. The word sorry is peculiar, spoken by a friend. It ends a quarrel. Spoken by a doctor, it ends a life. We become lawyers for our own mistakes, but judges for others. How ironic. When we suffer, we cling on. When we are happy, we drift away. Walking alone has its charm. No one to follow, no one to leave behind. May God grant everyone an expensive watch, but never a hard time. Stand by the sick, but never align with the sick-minded. When success cannot be stopped, people start tarnishing your name. If someone asks, give. Be grateful you are in a position to help, rather than to beg. The less you speak, the more people want to hear you. Those who truly love you demand nothing in return. Good times come, but only when they are due. Even if the world is filled with deceit, nothing stops you from being good. Your actions define you. Names are many, but legacies are rare. Circumstances may test me, but I will never surrender. Humans are the only creatures whose venom lies in their words, not their fangs. If you live worrying about what others think, then who will live for you? Bonds built on the soul never fade. People don't care about your happiness. They care about whether you keep them happy. Clothes and appearances deceive. True character is revealed in difficult times. As long as you blame others for your hardships, you will never overcome them. Make your loved ones feel valued. If not, time will teach them to live without you. A king is made by time, not by people. When others can't match you, they turn to envy. Honor, wealth, and even heaven can be earned through serving your parents. The deepest wound comes when the one you trusted most betrays you. The world may whisper, give up, but the heart whispers, try again. When life puts you at a crossroads, listen to your heart. No one understands you better than yourself. Never kneel for success. Carve your own path and rise. Never belittle a beggar. He comes not to take, but to bless. The day you take charge of your happiness, no one will control you. Let criticism fuel you. When you succeed, even your critics will change their tune. Never give anyone so much power that they steal your joy. Words are powerful. The bitter man's honey won't sell, but the sweet liar's chili will. Life is a race. When they can't outrun you, they try to break you. Some people build homes in your heart, only to leave when it's time to stay. Life always reveals who truly belongs to you, but often, by the time you understand, it's too late. The person you defended despite the world's warnings turned out exactly as they said. If someone is happy without you, let them be. Don't chase. People don't leave, they simply change. The struggles of today will fade, and so will many faces from your life. A true relationship needs no conditions, just two people. One who stays and one who understands. The one who wants to leave will always find an excuse, while the one who truly wants to stay will find a way. We ruin our own peace when we allow people who think only with logic to take up space in our hearts. Some relationships are better left behind. You have the right to live for yourself too. The deeper the bond, the heavier the expectations, and with those expectations come the deepest wounds. I don't regret my downfall. I only regret that you weren't there when I needed you the most. They say a misunderstanding can break even the strongest of ties, but was that bond ever truly strong if a single misunderstanding could shatter it? A wounded foot teaches you to step carefully, just as a wounded heart teaches you to live wisely. If there is one lesson to hold on to, it's this: never chase after someone who doesn't care about you. People love with conditions and befriend with motives. Once their needs are met, they walk away like strangers. It wasn't you who was special. It was my love that made you seem like you were. Sometimes, love left incomplete consumes a person entirely. Those who we thought would walk beside us for a lifetime turned out to be passing shadows. If someone truly values love, they will always make time for it. Your absence didn't just change me. It silenced the fire within me. I no longer get angry at anyone. I've simply stopped expecting anything at all. I can't bring myself to be close to those who flock to everyone without loyalty. We humans crave love, but when we receive it, we fail to cherish it. Those with stone hearts live in peace, while those with emotions live in turmoil. A person understands true helplessness when all they want is a glimpse of someone they can no longer reach. Relationships built on lies collapse the moment truth touches them. Why do we cling to things that were never meant to be ours? The same person who once made me laugh now holds the power to break me completely. Betrayal and heartbreak teach lessons no teacher in the world ever could. I've heard of people giving their lives for love, but if someone can't even give you their time, what life were they ever going to give? Sometimes you don't feel like talking to anyone. Everyone seems like a facade. Will you really be able to live without me, or is that just something you say? Love isn't an illness that can be cured with medicine. Stop shrinking yourself for those who will never understand your worth. There's a vast difference between being alone and being left behind. Both relationships and ice last longer when kept cool. Trust doesn't break with a loud explosion. It shatters in silence. I once believed you'd search for me in the crowd, but now I see you belong to the selfish ones. Tough times reveal strengths we never knew we had. If you want to measure your wealth, don't count your money. Count the hands that wipe your tears. Take life lightly, and it feels like an adventure. Take it too seriously, and it becomes an endless battle. Give your time to those who deserve it. Otherwise, neither you nor your time will be valued. Some wounds never heal. We just learn to carry them. Too much wind sinks ships, and too much arrogance sinks people. I knew you'd forget me. I'm just glad you lived up to my expectations. The answer to many problems is simple. I was right where I stood, and they were right where they stood. Wherever you feel unwanted, leave quietly. Diamonds remain locked away when they are not needed. If someone can control your anger, they already have control over you. Loving someone more than life itself often brings nothing but heartbreak. Stop losing sleep over those who don't even care if you wake up tomorrow. Why is it that the ones who heal others are the ones left bleeding alone? We aren't so disloyal as to forget them, but those who love in silence love the deepest. Hatred gives people importance. Forgiveness, however, leaves them ashamed. People offer false promises, and when the time comes, they disappear. This world has strange habits. Once they get bored, they forget you. I thought I was special to them, but time showed me I was only their temporary distraction. I can read people's words, but I choose not to humiliate them for their lies. We smile through our pain, but few could endure what we have. The truly successful are not those who gather wealth, but those who mend the broken and comfort the lost. The ones who completely fall apart are those who loved without holding back. Only those who sit alone at night understand what it means to lose someone. Sometimes strangers teach us the true value of relationships. I may have lost many things in life, but I have gained an ocean's depth. I have met countless people, yet not the one I have longed for in my prayers. The one who doubles your happiness and halves your sorrows is the one who truly belongs to you. Many love stories were not destroyed by lack of love, but by cruel circumstances. For them, I was just a necessity. For me, they were everything. If love is real, it doesn't change, not with time, not with distance. I never asked life for much, just for one person. Life gave me everything except them. People do change, even if it takes time. How can I complain to those who never even listen? They made 1,000 promises, yet not one was kept. The ones who swore they couldn't live without me now repeat the same lies to someone else. They once said, "I only love you." Yet I now see many faces behind that same line. The ones who promised 7 lifetimes together couldn't even stay for 7 moments. Once I waited hours for your calls and messages. Now I need neither your time nor you. Let them keep their pride. I no longer have the desire to even look their way. One day, they too will cry when they see me smiling with someone else. I have locked the doors of my heart. It is not a playground for anyone anymore. They once called me their God, but I realized people only ask from God. They never truly love him. We may think differently, but you will never understand the strength it takes to love unconditionally. We both called it love, but what you had was mere attraction, while what I had was devotion. The ones who once said they'd die without me now dance freely in the company of others. We could have had everything, but only if you had truly wanted it. They say, you don't understand me. But if I had, I would have never fallen for them. If someone keeps making the same mistake that hurts you, understand. They don't want to stay. They want you to leave. I used to wonder how I'd live without you, but you taught me well by giving me no choice. People chase after material things and forget that love doesn't need a price tag. They kept making excuses and spinning lies, and I kept believing them. True love is not something to be taken lightly. If someone teaches you the same painful lesson twice, it's no longer their fault. It's yours. At times, all the love in the world cannot replace the absence of just one person. I wish you had known what it feels like to wait. Then maybe you would have understood my heart. Relationships today are like jobs. Formalities are met, but love is missing. When people say, I am not worthy of you. It's just their polite way of saying they want to leave. Don't waste your energy on those who make you feel unwanted. And sometimes, the greatest act of love is letting go. People don't change overnight. They simply reveal who they truly were all along. A person who wants to leave will search for a reason, while the one who wants to stay will hold on despite everything. No matter how much love you give, some people will always treat you as temporary. Be careful who you let into your heart. Some come only to take, never to give. We spend years building connections, only to watch them crumble in a moment of silence. Not every goodbye is spoken aloud. Sometimes people leave long before they actually walk away. A person's true value is not in how they speak of love, but in how they show up when love is tested. The deepest pain is not in losing someone, but in realizing they never fought to keep you. People admire kindness until they need someone to step on. Those with the purest hearts often suffer the most because they expect honesty from a world built on deception. Loving deeply is both a blessing and a curse. The same heart that beats for someone is the one that breaks because of them. You don't truly know someone until you see how they treat you when they no longer need you. Some wounds never heal. They just become part of who we are. The hardest battles are fought in silence, with no witnesses and no applause. Some people hold on to love, while others only hold on to their convenience. You can forgive someone 1,000 times, but if they never change, the real mistake was expecting them to. Life will teach you that being alone is better than being surrounded by fake love and empty words. Not every smile is real, and not every tear is visible. There comes a time when you stop chasing and start watching. Those who truly care will find their way to you. Loyalty is a choice, not a coincidence, and not everyone will choose it. Some relationships are like glass. Once broken, even if pieced back together, the cracks remain. People say they don't have time, yet they always make time for what matters to them. A person's true nature is seen in what they do when you no longer serve their purpose. The ones who love selflessly often end up teaching others how to live without them. Love isn't a game, but too many treat it like one making moves, setting traps, and walking away once they win. It's painful when someone replaces you, but it's worse when you realize you were never irreplaceable to them. Stop justifying their absence. The ones who truly love you wouldn't need to be reminded to show up. Time doesn't heal all wounds. Some only teach you how to carry them. There are people you could give the world to, and they'd still ask why you didn't offer the stars. Some come into your life to teach you love, and others to teach you how to let go. Never allow someone to make you feel like loving them is a mistake. If they truly cared, they wouldn't have made you feel like an option. Your silence will reveal more truths than their words ever did. Losing people is not the hardest part. It's accepting that they were never yours to keep. The strongest hearts are the ones that have been broken and still choose to love again. Your kindness is not a weakness, but not everyone deserves it. Circumstances may test me, but I am not the kind to surrender. Humans are the only creatures whose venom is found in words, not fangs. If you worry too much about what others think of you, then who will think about you? Relationships that are based on the soul never fade away. People don't care whether you're happy. They only care whether you keep them happy. Clothes and faces often lie. A person's true nature is revealed only in tough times. As long as you blame others for your difficulties, you will never overcome them. Make your loved ones feel valued, or time will teach them to live without you. If you take life lightly, it feels like a joyride. If not, it becomes a daily struggle. Give your time only to those who deserve it. Otherwise, neither you nor your time will be valued. Some wounds in life never heal. We just learn to hide them. Too much storm sinks ships, and too much pride sinks people. I was sure you would forget me, and I'm glad you lived up to my expectations. The answer to many problems is simple. I am right in my place, and they are right in theirs. Wherever you feel unnecessary, silently walk away. Because even diamonds remain locked in safes if they are not needed. If someone can make you angry, remember, they already control you. Loving someone more than life itself often brings nothing but pain and tears. Stop losing sleep over those who don't even care if you wake up the next morning. Why is it that the ones who heal others' wounds often find no one to heal their own? We are not so disloyal that we would forget them, but silent lovers love the deepest. Hatred only increases someone's importance. Forgiveness embarrasses them. People keep giving false hope, and when the time comes, they walk away. This world follows strange customs. When they get bored, they forget people. I was under the illusion that I was special to them, but time showed me I was just passing time for them. I can read people's tones, but I don't enjoy making them feel ashamed. We smile through our pain, but let someone try living like us. Today, the truly successful are those who can mend the broken and console the hurt. The ones who fall apart entirely are those who love deeply without care in return. Only those who stay up alone at night know what it feels like to lose someone. Sometimes the value of relationships is taught by those who aren't even connected to us. Many things have been lost in life, but I have gained an ocean's depth. I have met countless people in life, but never the one I truly wished for in every prayer. The one who doubles your happiness and halves your sorrow is the only one who truly belongs to you. Many loves have been broken by circumstances, and distances have ended what was left. For them, I was just a need. For me, they were everything. If love is true, it never changes, neither with time nor with circumstances. I never asked life for anything except them, and life gave me everything except them. People change, even if it takes time. How can I complain to those who never even hear my voice? A king is made by time, not by people. When people can't compete with you, they start hating you. Respect, wealth, and even paradise can be earned through serving your parents. When the one you trusted the most betrays you, you lose faith in the whole world. The whole world says, give up. But the heart whispers, try one more time. When your life is at a crossroads, listen to your heart. No one knows you better than yourself. Never bow to anyone to achieve success. Instead, walk on your own and become something. Never humiliate a beggar. He comes to give you blessings, not to take from you. The day you take charge of your own happiness, no one will be able to control you. Criticism should never deter you. Once you succeed, even your critics will change their opinions. Never give someone so much importance that they steal your happiness. Words have immense power. The honey of a bitter speaker won't sell, but even the chili of a sweet talker will. Life is like a race. Those who can't outrun you will try to break you. Some people make a home in your heart, but when it's time to live in it, they leave. Life always teaches you who truly belongs to you, but by the time you understand it, it's often too late. The very person you trusted despite the world's warnings turned out to be exactly what they said. If someone is happy without you, let them be. Don't chase people. They don't leave. They just change. The struggles I endure today will eventually fade, but by then many people will have faded from my view. A true relationship does not require conditions. It only needs two people, one to stay and one to understand. There will come a day when they will remember the love they once took for granted, but by then, you'll have outgrown the need for their apology. And when you finally walk away, let it be with grace, knowing that your love was real, even if theirs wasn't. I have traveled very far, only to find out who is truly close. Time is yours. If you wish, turn it into gold. If you wish, waste it in sleep. Time changes with circumstances, and if you ever get the thought of doing something wrong, postpone it to tomorrow. But if you get the thought of doing something good, act on it immediately. Your back should always be strong, for both applause and betrayal come from behind. A truthful person often has to explain more than a liar. Truth has no manners in speaking while lies speak sweetly. Test people, not everyone is yours, and no one is truly an outsider. Sometimes I feel like giving up, but then I remember, I still have many people to prove wrong. This world is strange, where innocence is considered foolishness. Never be arrogant about your age or wealth, because what is destined will surely come to an end. I feel that my destination is near. This is my belief, not arrogance. My confidence and determination guide me. Half of life was spent studying, only to learn how to belittle others. Struggle enough in life so that you don't have to give your child examples of others for motivation. Those who laugh at others' tough times will eventually face misfortune from all directions. Parents' advice seems harsh, but their will is always appreciated. Responsibility steals sleep. Not everyone who stays awake at night is a lover. Hope never leaves us. We are the ones who abandon it. One of the hardest things in the world is understanding problems. People don't change. They just reveal their true selves. The ones who give unconditional love often receive the most neglect. Neither live in someone's absence, nor under their influence. Live by your own nature. Loneliness is experienced most by those who make the right choices in life. In the race of life, those who can't outrun you will try to break you. The Almighty can make you a king in an instant, or take it all away just as quickly. Never be dissatisfied with your life. Someone else is dreaming of a life like yours. People who have been broken inside become the strongest. Don't make your life so cheap that worthless people can play with it. I know I am something because He creates nothing without purpose. I spent my life believing in the power of medicine, but I was amazed by the power of prayers. God says, forgive everyone before sleeping. I say, forgive them even before they ask. It's better to be alone than to be with those who don't value you. Life is a book with thousands of unread pages. Someone rightly said, everyone likes me, but when I need them, they are nowhere to be found. I never relied on fate because I knew destiny could be changed. Life is a journey of experiences. Some will lift you higher, while others will test your strength. But through it all, one truth remains. You are in control of how you rise, how you heal, and how you move forward. Promises were in thousands, but none were fulfilled. The ones who said they couldn't live without me are happily telling the same lies to someone else now. They once said, I only love you. But now I see many faces behind that same line. Those who swear to stay together for 7 lifetimes can't even stay for 7 moments. Once, I would wait hours for your calls and messages, but now I don't need your time, your love, or even you. Let them keep their pride high. I won't even look at them anymore. One day, they too will cry when they see me smiling with someone else. I have shut the doors of my heart now. It's not a toy for you to play with. They once said, you are my God. But I understood when I saw that people only ask from God. They don't truly love Him. Our thoughts may be different, but you would never understand the strength it takes to love selflessly. We both loved, but what you did was mere desire, while what I did was devotion. Those who said they'd die without me are now dancing in others' company. We could have been together if only you had truly wanted it. They say, you don't understand me, but if I truly understood them, I would have never loved them. If someone keeps making the same mistake that hurts you, understand that they don't want to stay. They want to get rid of you. I used to wonder how I'd live without you, but I'm grateful to you for teaching me by giving me no time. People get so busy chasing material happiness that they forget even a single flower was never given for love. They kept giving excuses and lying, and I kept believing them. True love should never be taken lightly. If someone teaches you the same painful lesson twice, it's not their fault. It's yours. At times, no amount of love in the world can replace the love of just one person. I wish you had known the pain of waiting. Then you would have understood my feelings. Relationships today are like jobs. Attendance is taken, formalities are done, but love is missing. When people say, "We are not worthy of you," it's just an excuse to leave. Don't chase after those who make you feel unwanted. And sometimes, letting go is the greatest act of love. The one who wants to leave only looks for an excuse, but the one who wants to stay finds a way. Our lives are ruined when we let those with only logic into our hearts. It is better to free yourself from some relationships because you have the right to live too. The deeper the relationship, the higher the expectations, and the higher the expectations, the deeper the wounds. I have no complaints about my destruction. My only regret is that you didn't stand by me. They say a misunderstanding can break even the strongest relationship. But was that relationship really strong if it broke over a misunderstanding? An injury to the foot teaches you to walk carefully, and an injury to the heart teaches you to live wisely. Remember one thing in life: never chase after someone who doesn't care about you. People here only have superficial love and selfish friendships. Once their purpose is fulfilled, they act like strangers. You were never that special. It was my love that placed you on a pedestal. Sometimes incomplete love completely consumes a person. The ones we thought would stay with us for lifetimes turned out to be temporary. Those who truly value love always make time for it. Your absence changed me. After you, I stopped being angry at anyone. It's not in my nature to befriend those who like flying with everyone. We humans struggle to receive love, and when we do, we fail to appreciate it. The ones who live peacefully are those with stone hearts, while those with emotions face endless troubles. A person realizes their helplessness when they long just for a glimpse of someone. Relationships built on lies shatter with the slightest touch of truth. Why is it that we keep holding on to things that were never ours to begin with? The one who once made me laugh, then trapped me, and finally made me cry endlessly. Betrayal and heartbreak teach lessons that even the greatest teachers of the world cannot. I quote heard that people give their lives for love, but if someone can't even spare time for you, how would they give their life? Sometimes, you don't even feel like talking to anyone. Everyone seems fake. Will you really be able to live your life without me? Love isn't a fever that you can cure with medicine. Stop lowering yourself in your own eyes for those who don't understand you. There's a big difference between being alone and being left alone. Whether it's relationships or ice, both need coolness to last. Trust didn't break with a loud noise or a dramatic scene. It broke silently. I believed you would look for me in the crowd, but I now see you belong among the selfish ones. Bad times introduce you to strengths you never knew you had. If you want to know how wealthy you are, don't count your money, count how many hands reach out to wipe your tears. When people walk away, let them. Not everyone is meant to stay in your life, and that's okay. The ones who leave were only part of your story, not your destination. Never beg for a place in someone's life. If they truly want you there, they'll make room. Some people search for excuses to leave, while others fight to stay. Pay attention to who puts in effort and who simply walks away. Your time is too valuable to be spent chasing those who don't appreciate your presence. Know your worth and walk with confidence. You are not defined by the way others treat you. The way someone behaves is a reflection of them, not you. So stop questioning your worth based on someone else's lack of appreciation. Hold your head high, because confidence isn't about proving yourself to others. It's about knowing you have nothing to prove. You deserve to be surrounded by people who see your value, not those who make you doubt it. Love yourself enough to let go of what hurts you. We often hold on to relationships, friendships, and memories long after they've expired. But real love, whether from yourself or others, doesn't leave you exhausted, anxious, or broken. It uplifts, supports, and strengthens you. If something is draining your energy more than it's nourishing your soul, let it go. Holding on to what hurts only delays the healing that's waiting for you. Keep moving forward, even when it hurts. Pain is temporary, but the lessons it teaches are permanent. Every heartbreak, every disappointment, and every challenge is shaping you into the strongest version of yourself. Yes, life will test you, people will change, promises will be broken, and expectations will lead to disappointments. But every setback is just a setup for a greater comeback. Keep going. Keep believing. Your best days are still ahead. Protect your peace at all costs. Note, everything deserves a reaction. Not everyone deserves a response. Protect your peace by learning to walk away from negativity, drama, and anything that disrupts your inner calm. You don't need to fight every battle. Some fights are won simply by choosing silence. Learn to say no, set boundaries, and remove yourself from situations that don't align with your growth. You are stronger than you think. There will be days when you question yourself. There will be moments when the weight of the past feels unbearable. But remember this, you have survived 100% of your worst days so far, and you are still standing. Your heart may be bruised, but it is not broken beyond repair. Your dreams may be delayed, but they are not denied. Keep believing in yourself, because every struggle is shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Trust the process, even when it doesn't make sense. Life has a way of working out, even when you don't understand how. The people who left made space for those who truly belong. The situations that broke you prepared you for something greater. The setbacks were only redirections to something better. Trust yourself. Trust your journey. Everything you've been through is leading you to exactly where you're meant to be. Final thoughts. You are not lost. You are evolving. You are not alone. You are learning. Every pain, every tear, and every lesson is shaping you into the person you were always meant to become. Stand tall. Move forward, and never settle for anything less than the love, respect, and happiness you deserve. Because at the end of the day, the only person who can truly define your worth is you. Attachment is the cause of sorrows. When we start considering any object, person, or situation as ours, that's where sorrows begin. To be happy in life, it's necessary to be free from attachment. Every action has a definite result. Good deeds bring positive results, while the consequences of bad deeds must also be faced. God sees everything and keeps account of every action. Live in the present. One who remains immersed in regrets of the past and worries about the future cannot enjoy the present. To be happy, live today completely. Opposing unrighteousness is necessary. Punishing those who commit injustice against you is the right path. Otherwise, the unjust will become more powerful. Don't get too attached to anything. What you're most attached to will cause you the most pain. Therefore, avoid excessive attachment. Don't imitate others. Follow your own dharma. Do what is right for you. Don't blindly follow the crowd. Recognize your nature and duties and act accordingly. Betrayal comes from close ones. Often, those closest to us betray us because they know our weaknesses. Stay vigilant. God doesn't protect those who don't protect themselves. Remember God, but fight your own battles. Laziness will make you weak. Avoid bad habits. Gambling, addiction, and bad company can destroy life. It's best to stay away from these. Laziness is the biggest enemy. A lazy person cannot achieve anything in life. Success comes only through hard work. Stop being a slave to your mind. If you want success, abandon your mind's weaknesses. Victory is possible only through discipline. What is yours will come to you. If something is in your destiny, you will definitely get it. Therefore, worrying is futile. The more attachment to the world, the more sorrow. The more you increase material pleasures and desires, the more sorrow will increase. Peace lies in contentment. Anger is the cause of destruction. Through anger, even friends can become enemies. Therefore, patience and self-control are. That's where sorrows begin. To be happy in life, it's necessary to be free from attachment. Every action has a definite result. Good deeds bring positive results, while the consequences of bad deeds must also be faced. God sees everything and keeps account of every action. Live in the present. One who remains immersed in regrets of the past and worries about the future cannot enjoy the present. To be happy, live today completely. Opposing unrighteousness is necessary. Punishing those who commit injustice against you is the right path. Otherwise, the unjust will become more powerful. Don't get too attached to anything. What you're most attached to will cause you the most pain. Therefore, avoid excessive attachment. Don't imitate others. Follow your own right way of living. Do what is right for you. Don't blindly follow the crowd. Recognize your nature and duties and act accordingly. Betrayal comes from close ones. Often, those closest to us betray us because they know our weaknesses. Stay vigilant. God doesn't protect those who don't protect themselves. Remember God, but fight your own battles. Laziness will make you weak. Avoid bad habits. Gambling, addiction, and bad company can destroy life. It's best to stay away from these. Laziness is the biggest enemy. A lazy person cannot achieve anything in life. Success comes only through hard work. Stop being a slave to your mind. If you want success, abandon your mind's weaknesses. Victory is possible only through discipline. What is yours will come to you. If something is in your destiny, you will definitely get it. Therefore, worrying is futile. The more attachment to the world, the more sorrow. The more you increase material pleasures and desires, the more sorrow will increase. Peace lies in contentment. Anger is the cause of destruction. Through anger, even friends can become enemies. Therefore, patience and self-control are necessary. Helping others is true moral and ethical duty. Selfless service brings spiritual peace. Ego is the root of destruction. The downfall of an egotistic person is certain. Humility is true strength. Death is inevitable. Whoever is born must die. Therefore, abandon the fear of death and walk on the path of Dharma. Balance life through yoga. Adopt yoga and meditation to keep mind and body balanced. Never lose patience in any situation. Maintaining patience in difficult times leads you towards victory. Dedicate every action to God. If you dedicate your actions to God, worry and fear will end. Don't think ill of others. If you think badly of others, that same negativity will affect you too. Knowledge is true wealth. Money and position can be destroyed, but knowledge and education remain immortal. Happiness and sorrow are part of life. Don't be arrogant in happiness, and don't be disturbed in sorrow. This is the law of life. Don't back away from duty. Don't be afraid to fulfill your dharma and duty, no matter how many difficulties arise. Avoid greed. Greed corrupts humans. Contentment is the biggest wealth. True friends are those who stand by in trouble. Only time reveals who is a true friend and who isn't. Greatness comes through self-control. Only one who controls their senses achieves success in life. Solve every problem with patience and wisdom. Decisions made in haste can prove wrong. Take steps after careful consideration. There is no alternative to hard work in life. Trust hard work more than luck, because destiny is made through effort. Don't forget to remember God. Remember God at all times. This will give you strength in every life struggle. Helping others is right way of living. Selfless service brings spiritual peace. Ego is the root of destruction. The downfall of an egotistic person is certain. Humility is true strength. Death is inevitable. Whoever is born must die. Therefore, abandon the fear of death and walk on the path of righteousness. Balance life through yoga. Adopt yoga and meditation to keep mind and body balanced. Never lose patience in any situation. Maintaining patience in difficult times leads you towards victory. Dedicate every action to God. If you dedicate your actions to God, worry and fear will end. Don't think ill of others. If you think badly of others, that same negativity will affect you too. Knowledge is true wealth. Money and position can be destroyed, but knowledge and education remain immortal. Happiness and sorrow are part of life. Be arrogant in happiness, and don't be disturbed in sorrow. This is the law of life. Back away from duty. Don't be afraid to fulfill your moral and ethical duty, no matter how many difficulties arise. Avoid greed. Greed corrupts humans. Contentment is the biggest wealth. True. Friends are those who stand by in trouble. Only. Time reveals who is a true friend and who isn't. Greatness comes through self-control. Only one who controls their senses achieves success in life. Solve every problem with patience and wisdom. Decisions made in haste can prove wrong. Take steps after careful consideration. There is no alternative to hard work in life. Trust hard work more than luck, because destiny is made through effort. Don't forget to remember God. Remember God at all times. This will give you strength